The phrase faster than a speeding bullet just took on a whole new meaning.
An electromagnetic railgun is a gun that uses just electricity, no gunpowder, and oh, by the way, can shoot a projectile like this, well over 100 miles at Mach 7.
7 times the speed of sound.
7 times the speed of sound.
Rear Admiral Matthew Plunder is the chief of naval research which developed the railgun. That chunky object is the projectile. An electromagnetic pulse propels it down the barrel, creating a fireball of molten steel. The projectile sheds its steel cladding, and in video released for the first time today, it smashes into a dummy warhead that represents an incoming missile. The explosion is caused by the sheer force of the impact.
This is a lab gun, and it shoots a slug about this big. So think about that, a slug that big. A slug that big going Mach 7 puts a hole through 6 half-inch steel plates this big. Just this little slug.
Went through all of these.
All 6 of those. There's not a thing in the sky that's going to survive against that.
In this shot, what's officially called the hypervelocity projectile goes through 3 reinforced concrete walls. The Navy already has missiles that perform the same feats, but they cost millions of dollars each.
This costs right here about $25,000.
Both the cost and size, it weighs 23 pounds, mean they can be bought and stored aboard ship by the hundreds.
Someone may be sending a multi-million-dollar missile at us, and I'm going to take it out with a $25,000 projectile round. I'll take that trade every single day.
The Blitzer railgun system is the best solution against large raids. Transported by existing Army vehicles, the system is quickly readied to defend. The Blitzer railgun integrates into existing BMC-2 and radar systems. Surveillance initiated. Targets detected. Radar tracks multiple inbound threats, establishing a firm track for fire control handover. Blitzer integrates into existing national assets. The fire control solution is computed from organic radar sensor data. Outbound projectiles are tracked and guided to assure maximum lethality. Each round receives guidance data during flight, deploying the kinetic energy impactors at the optimum time. The mobility of threat launchers makes them hard to locate and difficult to destroy quickly. As incoming threats are countered, Blitzer targets the launch platforms. Prompt counterfire from the railgun provides a time-critical complement to today's conventional strike capability. By adjusting flight trajectories, several simultaneous impacts obliterate enemy targets and morale. This is the General Atomics Blitzer railgun system. Blitzer is a game-changing multi-mission solution for the U.S. Army, providing reduced operations and support cost by eliminating propellant and the associated logistics strain. Blitzer is the Army's fire projection solution.
Anti-ship threats are rapidly evolving and proliferating. Today, the Navy employs a layered defense, utilizing missiles for long-range defense and conventional propellant guns for close-in threats. The railgun counters new threats to protect the airspace in depth with unprecedented effectiveness. It complements defensive missile systems by providing greater standoff ability, dramatically expanding the inner tier of defense. A round can reach the horizon in just 7 seconds, performance that's not achievable with current systems. At the horizon, the round still has greater velocity than a conventional gun has at its muzzle. The railgun essentially moves a ship's point defense out to the horizon. Able to engage more targets simultaneously, the railgun can even defend against airborne threats at high altitudes. The sheer speed of the railgun's kinetic projectile reduces the threat of maneuvering cruise missiles, and advanced airburst munitions provide increased range and probability of hit and kill. Difficult to detect means difficult to defeat. Firing a high-velocity round with a small signature, the railgun delivers enough kinetic energy to disable critical mission systems, taking the enemy ship out of the fight. At the world's largest electromagnetic test facility in Dahlgren, Virginia, General Atomics is providing pulsed power to support testing of the Advanced Containment Launcher, the nation's next-generation gun system. Designed and built by General Atomics to be fired in 2011, it will deliver a 110 nautical mile range capability, providing a quantum leap in long-range naval surface fire support toward the Navy's ultimate 200-plus mile objective. Over the past 3 years, this ONR-funded program has made significant progress in validating technology and reducing program risk, and is on track to triple the current world record for muzzle energy within 2 years. General Atomics is currently testing muzzle velocities for the Blitzer system, relevant to all of these critical missions. Greater lethality at significant range, improved ship survivability, all-weather performance, and lower cost per kill. Kinetic projectiles do not use propellants or explosives, meaning greater safety and lower cost in transportation and handling, and increased ship survivability in combat. With deep magazine capability, firing plentiful ammunition that's much less expensive than current ordnance, the railgun allows ships to stay in the fight, reducing the long logistical tail, while increasing effective firepower.